Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Today is Thursday, and you know what we got for you guys today. We have our book. We got our juicy book. We have Haunting the Hunter. We're going to be doing chapters 21 and 22 today. So hopefully you guys are excited and ready as much as I am. But first, without further ado, we always have our thread. Our thread for today is, how's your experience with one-night stands, and was it worth it? All right. So let's see how y'all experiences were with the one-night stands. If you want sex, go for it. If you're seeking company because you're feeling lonely, well, you'll feel even lonelier. Yep, facts. That is mad facts. Everybody that I know, and I'm sure people that you guys even know, you know what I mean? Once you've done the whole, one night stand thing, bro, it's cool for a while. You know what I mean? Like, when you first start doing it, you're like, oh, yeah, this is fantastic. This is great. Man, damn, this is fun. I just go over to their house, get some sex, and go home. Like, this is amazing. But then after a while, you're kind of just like, damn, I'm going home, and it was like, was it worth it? Like, shit, you know? And then, like, it gets to a point where you're setting up some shit, and you're just like, do I really want to drive all the way over there, man? Do I really, I don't think it's something for the long term. I know it's definitely not for me. I know when I was doing it for a little bit, it was cool, you know what I mean? It's nice. You're like, yeah, it's casual, it's fun, you don't have to really worry about shit. But it does get to a point where you're like, all right, bro, damn, I kind of want to cuddle, you know what I mean? I kind of want to get my cuddle on, like, shit, I feel that. All right, on to the next one. How's your experience with one night stands, and was it worth it? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And I ain't gonna lie to you, when it's the worst of times, bro, it's one of those things where, like, you set some shit up and nothing goes as planned. You know what I mean? Nothing goes as planned ever. It's just like, bro, what is going on? I remember one time, I had planned with this girl. I was like, yeah, I'll go over to your house and we're going to do our thing. And she's like, okay, cool. I get off at work at 4 and then just meet me at my house and whatnot. And I was like, cool, fantastic. I'm very punctual. I get there 3:55. So I'm chilling, waiting for 5 minutes, whatever it is, what it is. And then, she's like, oh, hey, like, I'm going to be at work for like another 30 minutes or whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool, damn, another 30 minutes, whatever. I'm going to go get some food. So I drive and go get some food, this and that. And I go get some food, and then I lose track of time. It's been 45 minutes. She's like, where are you at? Are you coming over? And I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, yeah, I'm coming over, da-da-da. So then I drive, and I'm on my way over. And then out of nowhere, she's like, oh, don't worry about it. Another guy came over. I was like, damn, she replaced your boy mad fast. You know what I mean? And then have enough of those kind of situations. And it doesn't have to be like that exact situation happening over and over again. But it's just, those constant mismarks, and it's just like, shit's just not working out. Dude, you get to a point where you're like, bro, do I even want to drive out there? Like, is this shit even worth it, man? Like, do I want to? Nah. Like, I'm just going to stay home, jerk it, and just be chilling, bruh. I'm going to stay home, jerk the chicken, and play some video games. I'll be straight. I'm telling you, dude, it gets to a point when you're in that mode. It really does. It gets to that point where you just feel to yourself, you know what, bruh? Yeah, I'm going to just jerk it and play some Call of Duty and call it a day, bruh. Yeah, man. All right. How's your experience with one night stands, and was it worth it? I feel like the chase is more thrilling than the actual sex, unfortunately. There are people that are like that, and I can't stand those people, man. I really can't. God, I can't stand those kind of girls where they have no problem talking all the shit all this shit in the text messages, but they will never meet up. Oh my God, that's the worst. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was a victim of that. You know, the whole they just wanted to keep it a perpetual chase, and you get to a point where you're just like, okay, dude, all right, man, this shit ain't ever gonna happen. And there's so many girls that are like that, bro. I've gotten to a point where I just ignore them. You know what I mean? I ignore them, and they try to text me and all this, and they try to, and I look at it like, ha, you're chasing yourself in my DMs now. You know what I mean? Because they want so bad for me to reply. They want me so bad to like chase them and all that stuff. And they're like, nah, man, they'll send me memes or they'll send me a funny video and all that stuff. And I'm just like, nope. I hope you're getting a thrill of the chase, because for me, I like talking that shit. All right. And then we do like half the stuff we was talking shit about, because trust me, we ain't gonna do everything. You know what I mean? Your boy got stamina, but we ain't got stamina like that. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm saying. It's like, bruh, I get talking all the shit. I like the build up. I don't mind that. The build up is the best part, because when you finally actually get to it, you're like, oh baby, it's just like, and that's like you nutting. It's an explosive nut, man. It's beautiful. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, but if you're just like, if you build it, and you never get that release, oh, hell nah, man. Hell nah. No. You are getting ignored, bro. That shit is terrible. How's your experience with one night stands, and was it worth it? It's better than jacking off by yourself, but it lacks the passion and connection of sex with your loved one, making it not feel as good. Hey, man, I don't know, bro. Like I said before, sometimes jerking it is better. I'm telling you, bro, you're going to get to that point where you're going to just be like, man, do I really want to like get dressed, get in my car, drive all the way there, fight with Google Maps, you know what I mean? And then I got to go put in work, you know, because mind you, it's not one of those things where like you're just going to go there and it's just gonna happen. Nah, man, you gotta put in some work, especially as the dude. All right, as the dude, we gotta put him in some work, man. Humping ain't easy, and so you know we look at it's like going to the gym for us. You know what I mean? It is. It's like going to the gym for us. Hookups sometimes, because you're literally walking out that bitch more sweatier than you walked in. You know. And that's why you kind of look at it like, I could just lay back, stroke my shit, and be straight. You know, don't get me wrong. In the beginning, you're like, oh, yeah, this is so much better than, like, jerking my shit. You know what I mean? So much better in the beginning. But then it gets to a point where you're just like, all right, man. All right. You know what? Jerking my shit just seems better. Okay. What's your experience with one night stands, and how'd it go? Or was it worth it? Sorry. Only had one and ended up feeling depressed and empty inside afterwards. It's not for everyone. Dude, some guys get the post-nut clarity before others. You know what I mean? Because I ain't going to lie to you. For me, I don't get the post-nut clarity. Well, that post-nut clarity. I think the post-nut clarity I get is just like, oh, God. What, I humped this? You know, I ain't going to lie to you, bro. Because look, man, the girls that are casual and doing all the thing, trust me, not all of them is dimes. You know what I mean? Not all of them are dimes. Sometimes you taking down some ones that you're like, it's doggy style only, please. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Sometimes you get that post-nut clarity and you're like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, goddamn, I ain't got no standards. You know, like shit. All right, well, how's your experience with one night stands, and was it worth it? Had a drunken stand with a coworker once, which I didn't recommend as a general rule. That night was great. We had a lot of fun. She has a kid now. The math adds up. Oh shit. I offered to take a test. She said no. I didn't know at the time that she was in a relationship, and she doesn't want the test because she doesn't want to jeopardize that. Oh shit. I've never wanted kids, so I'm okay with her decision. I've just made sure that I've held on to that text message where she declined my offer of a DNA test. Factual, bro. Woo! I mean, the fact that you went up in her raw, bruh. The fact that you went up in there raw. Look, I don't get how dudes be going up in bitches raw, bruh. Like, I get it. Raw is fantastic. It feels great. But I'm sorry, man. If I know this is a hookup, or if I know, you know what I mean, this is like the first few times we're having sex or whatever, like, I'm going to wrap it up, dog. You know? Like, either that or I'm going to be very, very, very conscious of pulling out. You know what I mean? And I mean very conscious of pulling out. I'm going to be thinking about, I guarantee you, yeah, you in it and you're like, oh, the coochie's so good. You know what I mean? And it sucks, but nah, man. I'd much rather, like, deny myself a little bit of pleasure than risk it with the whole 18 years. You know what I mean? Like, bro, nah, man, we ain't doing that. We are not doing that. So, yeah, nah, I don't know why. Because I get it. One thing leads to another. You're not really anticipating it, so you don't have a condom, and you're just, you know, I get it. But for being real with you, bro, you're playing with fire. Thank God for you. You know, she had a man and she ain't trying to jeopardize that. You know, thank God. Woo! The big man upstairs was looking out for you, bruh. Looking out for you, man. God. All right, how's your experience with one-night stands, and was it worth it? I had a one-night stand once. I called her a few days later after for a second night, and now we're celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. Task failed successfully.
She belongs to the streets.
Come on, man, what the fuck? Like, that's kind of crazy. Like what? Like, okay. All right, I ain't gonna lie to you. Every girl that I have like had a one night stand with, they are the type of girls that I would never, and I mean ever, marry. You know what I mean? That I would ever marry or be in a long term relationship with. You know, just yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe a lot of dudes look at it like, oh, you know, that stuff don't really matter. But, like, I'm not saying body count matters, but I'm just saying it's like you can tell when a woman's got a high body count. You know what I mean? You can tell when she's just on her shit doing some crazy shit. Like, you can tell. You ain't got to ask her. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like that's kind of wild. I'm like, she not crazy. Hey, it worked out for you, man. It worked out for you, I guess. And all right, how's your experience with one night stands, and was it worth it? I've probably had a dozen or two one night stands. No real negative effects that I can think of. It did start to feel pretty meaningless and empty when I was in the midst of it in my early 20s. I distinctly remember one girl I met, and while we were doing it, I thought, I don't even remember the girl's name. I could pick her face out of I couldn't pick her face out of a police lineup. It turned me off for a while. I mean, dude, like I said, there's not the prettiest girls are fucking doing one night stands, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've taken down some wild looking crazy chicks. Yeah, they had great bodies, you know, but like their face was just looking crazy. It's like they got whacked with the ugly stick from the neck up. You know what I mean? And you're just like, yeah, you know, doggy style only. And then she trying to turn around, look at you over her shoulder, and you're like, no, face forward, face forward. We ain't doing all that. You doing too much. Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, hey, it's one of those things, bro, where it's like, nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Nah, go ahead, face forward. You know? Well, hey. Yeah, hey, do your thing, man. Do your thing. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, you're not gonna always take down some really good, you know, good looking chicks. You're just not. That's the name of the game. You know what I mean? The name of the game is kind of get in and get out. It really is. Because I ain't going to lie to you, man. There's so many girls I two-pump chumped, and that was about it. I was just like, all right, cool. That was cool. Peace. You know? You know what I mean? Like, bro, especially in like when you first started, like when you first start doing like one night stands or whatever, or you're kind of just doing hookups and stuff. Yeah, you be two pump chumping all over town. Yeah, you got the reputation in the paper. They got your face with two pump chump on it and everything, bro. Yeah. I was that dude for a hot minute. I was like, God damn, man, your boy need to learn to get his stamina up. Like, shit, I need to put a little skill points in there. Like, God damn. Bro, it'd be like that though. It'd be like that. All right, how's your experience with one night stands, and was it worth it? I've had fun times and less fun times, but nothing terrible. Was it worth it? Sure. I was always protected, and I always ensured I had willing partners unaffected by booze or dope. I learned a lot about how to be considerate lover and communicate in bed. Now, see, you were taking this as a learning, thing. Like, bro, the amount of girls that were just like, I would go to their house and they felt the need to like get drunk or get high before we do it. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And that's what I mean. Like, you can tell when a girl's got a high body count. You ain't got to ask her, bro. Like, if she's the type of girl where like you go over to her house and she's got to get high or she's got to get drunk in order for y'all to be doing this and stuff like that, bro, yeah, she's had some dick in her days, bro. She's had a lot of penis. You know what I mean? That road has been used, baby. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's like, because you got to realize, a lot of times when they do that, bro, they have to numb themselves. They got to feel nothing. They have to kind of, put themselves in a different mind state or a trance or whatever you want to call it, just so that way they can get through it. I've seen girls like do the Coca-Cola, the booger sugar right in front of me. You know what I mean? They're just like, all right, I'm ready to do this. Do you want some? And I'm like, no, I'm good. Yeah, let's just get this over with. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't recommend this, and I will not, say this is what you gotta do, but those are the most vocal girls, bruh. They are the most vocal. Oh my God, those were the girls I was two pump chumping on, just because the visceral shit coming out of their mouth. I was just like, oh baby, oh my God, yes, you are a perfect little SLUT. God damn. Oh, it was good. It was good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend you put yourself in that position, but I'm just saying. All right, I'm just saying. It was some shit. It was an experience. All right. How's your experience with one night stands, and was it worth it? It can be exciting, but usually not as good. Not as good sex. If it's good, it often happens again, so it doesn't end up being just a one night stand. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts, because in the times where, like, your boy laid down some pipe, yeah, you do get a little bit of a repeat customers. You know what I mean? You get a call back. I remember the first time I had got a call back from a girl. She had texted me. She was like, hey, you want to like link up and hook up again? And I'm like, this was supposed to be just a one-time thing. She's like, yeah, I know I said that, but like, are you down? And I'm like, I'm down. I'm just letting you know what you said. You know what I mean? I'm just letting you know what you said. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? But then you get there was only like maybe 2 times I got into that whole like we were doing it like frequently and stuff, and then it became a friends with benefits situation. Then they ask you, what are we? And you're just like, bruh, come on, man. We not doing this. You know what I mean? It just kills the vibe. You're like, nah, bro, what are we doing? You're killing the vibe, bro. Yeah. That only happened like twice, though. But I'm sure some of you good-looking motherfuckers out there, you probably get that a lot. Hooking up with chicks and stuff, and then, you guys are hooking up for a while. And then they ask you the dreaded, what are we? And you're just like, you fucking it up. You're ruining it. Come on. All right. We're going to do 2 more and win the thread. Let's see. How's your experience with one night stands, and was it worth it? Have always loved them when I'm single. Have had many in my 20s and early 30s. Have also had a handful of long-term relationships and am currently married for many years. I think they're great to understand what you like sexually and to be free. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what kind of experience. I feel like I had a mixed bag. You know what I mean? I feel like I had some chicks that were like really good, and then some that were like really bad, and then you had some that were just like absolutely terrible, and then you had some girls where you're like, damn, I would low-key date you. You know, I felt like I had a real mixed bag there. It was, I also felt like there was never any girl that was like in the middle where she's just like, you know, she's like good in these ways and bad in these ways. No, it was always like on one side of the extreme. It was either she was just crazy as fuck and liked to do the booger sugar and all that crazy stuff, or she was on the other side where, you know, she was a pretty decent chick. You know what I mean? You're like, all right, cool, yeah, I could like totally, you know, kick it with you, or I could do something, you know, outside of this with you, you know. But it's never, you never find that kind of person that's just like right in the middle. Yeah, and I guess that's just the you know, environment you put yourself in. You know what I mean? You kind of put yourself in that environment for those types of people where it's one or the other. You never really find that like middle ground where it's like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, as far as like finding out things that you like sexually, 100%. You know what I mean? You do learn a lot. You do learn a lot about yourself because, and then you also kind of learn about, like, I always call it playbooks. You know what I mean? Like every girl is gonna have a different playbook. And it, you know, some girls are going to have the same playbook. You know, I always tell dudes, I'm like, you got to have a different playbook in your repertoire, at least 4 different playbooks, man. You know what I mean? Where you're running different plays, you're running different offenses, because you got to realize, in sex, for the dude, he's always playing the offense, where the girl's always playing the defense. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is you got to control the positions, you got to control the tempo, you got to control, you know what I mean, the flow in which you know, move from position to position, and, you know, how can you like move her around and not even have to pull out of her? How do you know what I mean? You know, is she flexible enough for this position? Is she good enough with that? You know, are you able to kind of do what you got to do? Is she a little thick? You know what I mean? You may not, that position just may not work because she's too thick. Like, you got to have some playbooks, man. You really got to have some playbooks. I haven't brought out the playbook reference for a minute, man. The last time I brought out the playbook or even the DJ Hero reference, been forever on the show. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, that is something that I've learned. And then when you take that into a relationship, oh, bruh. Oh, man. Yeah, you gonna have that girl like, I mean, you know what I mean? She is gonna be on cloud 9, like, oh my God, yo, that's what I'm talking about. Where did this come from? Where'd you learn that from? You know, I'm just saying, bro. All right, well, I'm gonna do one more. for you. Okay. How was your experience with one night stands, and was it worth it? Only my first one night stand stayed a one night stand, and I would say it was worth it. She was hot as fuck. All the others have at the minimum turned out to be friends with benefits, and 3 of them turned into girlfriends, and my latest is now my fiance. Yo, that's crazy. I ain't never met a girl, like, I've never like made a girl that was a friends with benefits kind of thing like my girlfriend, you know. Like, sure, those 2 girls that I mentioned, yeah, you know, where they asked like, what are we? Yeah, they, in their heads, I was probably like dating them, but I mean, you know, like we agreed. No, not at all. Cause that's something where it's just like, dude, I don't know, maybe some people are different, but for me, I like to just keep it separated. You know, I'm just saying, it's one of those things where for me, if I'm walking into this as a one night stand kind of thing, if I'm walking into this as just a hookup thing, like, that's all it's going to stay for me. Like, you're never going to be like elevated up to girlfriend, you know, because I look at it like, if you're doing this with me, I know you're doing this with a bunch of other dudes, and I just don't want to have to deal with that baggage, that comparison, that all that, you know. Some guys can deal with that. Some guys are cool with that. me personally, I'm just not cool with it. I just can't do it. I don't know. In the back of my mind, I know myself. I'm a very like possessive type kind of guy, and I look at it like, nah, I want you to only be, mine, and I want you to, you only get touched by me. You only get, I don't know. I have that possessive like mindset over my girl, and so when I know that a bunch of other dudes have had you, it just kind of disconnects me, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like if a woman can't get me into that possessive mindset of like, you're fucking mine, and no other man is ever going to touch you the way that I fucking touch you. You know what I mean? If I can't get into that possessive mindset with you, it's not going to happen. You're just going to kind of be a nice little warm hole that I put my penis in, and that's that. Yeah, sorry to say it as horrible or as like blunt as that, but it's just the way it is. You know what I mean? But hey, some guys can do it though. Some guys can do it. But that's going to be today's thread. Hope you guys enjoyed the thread. I know I did. You know what I mean? It's always good talk, getting some perspective with you guys on what's going on in the world, because I know right now relationships are kind of cooked, and I know the whole hookup culture, as well as, the fast moving dating scene is kind of the popular thing right now. Long-term relationships are kind of not the thing right now, you know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to get you guys' opinion on one night stands, and were they worth it? You know what I mean? Because I know how I feel about them, and I wanted to see how you guys felt about them. So definitely let me know down in the comments if you had one night stands, or you're currently having one night stands, or you're in the hookup culture, or whatever it may be. You guys let me know down in the comments. All right, let me know your story. We're gonna hop through announcements and then get right on into our book. So patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. Go ahead and sign up for our exclusive content. We have over 100 hours of content over there. I am no longer going to be doing Friday episodes. I will be doing the free Friday episode, as well as one exclusive episode every single month. I'm going to be changing it just because there hasn't been enough support for me to continue to do Patreon episodes every single Friday. So I'm going to switch it to you'll get access to the free episode, as well as the as one exclusive episode every month. So, and then once, if we get more support going for the Patreon and stuff like that, we get more people signing up, then I'll go back to doing more frequent Patreon content. But until then, you know what I mean? That's just what it's going to be. All right, guys. Audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all the support. And I do appreciate everything that you guys do. You guys keep coming back and hanging out with your boy every single week. I love that and appreciate that so much. I feel like I am able to kind of get you guys through traffic on your way home, or on your way to work, or if you're cleaning the house, or whatever it may be. So I do appreciate that you kind of throw me on the background, and you just, listen to your boy passively in the background. I appreciate that so much. And if you want to support us even more, go ahead and download the episodes, as well as rating us 5 stars on your preferred listening platform, or follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All of that is a tremendous help, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. Without further ado, though, let's get on into our book. I know you guys are excited. I am too. Without further ado, chapter 21 and 22.
Chapter 21. Cade. For the first time in weeks, I slept through the night. I felt you the entire time, keeping my demons at bay. I feel different. Though nothing has physically changed, my mind has. I feel drained, empty, except for the little light in the back of my mind. You. My peace, my calm in the chaos. If I have never lived for anything in my life before, I would live to chase this feeling. To chase you. With you comes the knowledge I've been missing. Magic is real. That much I can no longer deny. There is much to consider. If Rosa White is pulling the strings, I need to find her. I've murdered her daughter and now her husband. She has vast resources and no doubt revenge on her mind, with no family to speak of, and that makes her dangerous. Then there's the Covenant's God. If it's real, I need to know more about it, and I need to know it now. I can't walk in unprepared. I need to be ready for anything. Jack will not be an easy man to convince that I haven't completely lost my mind, because as crazy as he is, our thoughts have always aligned. But the conversation will need to be had. I'm just not looking forward to it. I quietly creep into the house. Callie and Jack are nowhere in sight, but I'm not alone. Not anymore. I cross the kitchen and head into the garage. Placing my duffel bag on the table, I begin to methodically clean my weapons and put them away one by one. I pull the hunting knife from the plastic bag and start to clean off the blood. The dry, dark red stains on the blade begin to fade, mixing with the running water. The sensation of ripping his stomach open, muscles and tendons resisting and popping while I tore through them flashes in my mind, and I shiver. I drop the knife and shake off my hands as though it will remove the memory from them. I step away from the sink and seat myself in the metal chair near me. Hands on my back calm me, and delicate fingers roam my shoulders and neck. I tilt my head back, hoping to see you, but I'm met with disappointment and an empty room. I close my eyes, a picture of you forming in my mind. There you are. You're trying to comfort me. Don't stop. I grip the pendulum around my neck as if it's my lifeline. The memory of Alan quickly dissipates, leaving only the image of your touch pulling me into the moment. I reach for where I feel you, but meet my own skin. Tracing my hand down my chest, I feel myself growing hard in my jeans, shamelessly moving my hips. I'm done fighting this. I want this. I pull my shirt up over my head and toss it to the floor, impatiently unzipping my pants. I shove down the waistband of my boxers, my dick springing free, hard and desperate for friction. I tease the head with my fingers, squeezing out the smallest amount of pre-cum that has already beaded to the surface. I feel your eyes on me, and I must look pathetic, but I don't give a fuck. I spit on my hand and slowly fuck into it, teasingly moving up my shaft as I let out a quiet moan. Watch me, little ghost. I want you to see what you do to me. My voice is low and raspy, my muscles twitching as I continue putting on a show for you. I like this. I like you watching me. I close my eyes again, my imagination running wild with thoughts of you. You slide onto my lap and pull me into a kiss, rough yet gentle. Your hands wrap around my shoulders, and your kisses make their way down to my neck. You reach down and place me at your entrance, and I slowly ease my way inside of you. I feel myself stretching you as you begin to move your hips, while I kiss every inch of you I can reach. Wrapping my arms under your legs, I stand, lifting you, holding you close as I drag you up and down along me. Do you like that? Do you like the feel of my cock stretching you? I thrust slowly and deeply, feeling myself reach my limit. I slow down, wrapping your legs around me, gripping your ass while I push deeper, filling you as I hold you against me in my mind. I'm lost in you. Every fucking part of you. I moan, holding on, desperate to not let you slip through my fingers again. This is our time, baby, and I can't deny your intoxicating presence. Your phantom lips on mine pull me back to the present, as if to tell me you aren't going anywhere. When I open my eyes, I'm still sitting in the chair holding my dick. I want to roll my eyes at myself. I want to tell myself how ridiculous this is. I want to do it again. I want more. Fucking more.
Cade, are you here?
I hear Callie call from the other side of the door. Fuck. I jump up and button my pants, stumbling and tripping over myself to get to the workbench where I was cleaning my weapons. Callie walks in and pauses, looking around the room.
Hey, I wanted to talk to... Cade? Where is your shirt?
I didn't want to get any blood on it, I grumble. That sounds believable enough, my voice rough with pent-up desire.
Okay,
she says slowly, her voice tinged with suspicion.
Well, I need to talk to you when you get the chance. Cool?
Yep, I'll meet you in the library after I'm done here, I answer quickly, trying to rush her off. She walks away and shuts the door as I lazily grab my shirt off the floor and pull it over my head, narrowing my eyes at the empty room. I can feel you smiling. Don't laugh at me. You fucking started it. After I finish, I grab a bottle of water from the fridge and head into the living room to find Jack on the couch. I sit down next to him. I need you to do some research for me. I start, looking straight ahead. He looks at me curiously. He is already aware of Rosa White. I updated him on everything except... I attempt to summon the words to say to him, but stop myself. He won't believe me, so I settle with, I need to find out if there is any information on how to kill a god. I keep my voice bland, but my fingers curl around the water bottle, making it creak. He bursts out laughing until he sees my very serious face, his jaw dropping. You're fucking joking, right? No, I'm serious. Our next targets are going to be more dangerous, and we need more information. We need to play their game, make them think I believe, and then we can use that knowledge against them. If there is a way to kill their god, maybe I can convince them to give up chasing Callie. That's fucking stupid, Cade. But I guess I get what you're going for. Fine, he groans. I'll do some research, but you're better off asking Callie. This is more her territory, and we both know it. That's what I'm going to talk to her about now. How is she? I don't know. I've been sick, and she's been a total hermit, either holding up in the library or her room. Honestly, it seems like she's avoiding me after... He cuts himself off abruptly, looking away. After what, Jack? I say his name as a warning. It's hard to explain. He stutters, avoiding my eyes. I stand, staring down at him, my eyes narrowed. Try anyway, I hiss. She's been off, and weird shit has been happening, which you would know if you were fucking here, Jack says with a snap in his tone, finally looking up at me. I raise an eyebrow and nod slowly, still looming over him. You're right. I'm not here. I'm trying to fucking save her. Tell yourself whatever you want to sleep at night. This is about what you saw. This is about revenge. You could have taken her anywhere and hid from them. His voice is rough with displaced anger. I lift him from the couch and shove him against the wall, getting in his face. I don't know where the fuck this is coming from, I growl, shaking him. They are searching for her, and if you think for a fucking second that if I thought there was another way, I wouldn't have taken it, you know as well as I do how lucky we've been to have not been found this far, mostly because of you. And we're grateful for that, but I'm doing a fucking service getting rid of these evil bastards, so check your fucking tone when you speak to me. He shoves my hands away and looks to the side, resentment all over his face, arms crossed over his chest defensively. I'm sorry, he finally grumbles, shoulders drooping. I didn't mean that. I'm just worried about her, and you. You're my best friend, Cade, and I love you both like family, but shit is getting weird. Maybe we should pick up and leave. It's not too late. Jack, I sigh, running a hand over my face. We know who is leading them. We have a target, and now we just need a plan. No one knows where we are. We are all safe here. For now. It's only a matter of time, Cade, Jack argues, stubborn as always. There's a detective that's been snooping around the disappearances, requesting files from years ago, even going as far as pulling your parents' file. I covered my tracks. They won't find anything, I reassure him, putting a hand on his shoulder. How do you even know that? I keep tabs on your past cases, victims, their families, any police digging around. I won't bore you with the logistics, just know I'd see it if your name got brought up. And lately, I've noticed a pattern. His voice is tight with anxiety, and I give his shoulder a squeeze before finally stepping back. Can you keep them off our trail? I'll do what I can. Just start wearing a mask. The last thing we need is for someone to notice you. And dude, your scar is a dead giveaway. For now, I'll do what I can to get info on Rosa. He sighs, slumping back against the wall, looking tired. I nod my thanks and leave the room, heading for Callie. But as I approach the door to the library, I stop dead in my tracks. I feel frozen, like I can't move an inch. The air feels so heavy, and my skin is buzzing on its surface, hairs raising. What is this? The pendulum around my neck begins to vibrate, a warm sensation spreading out over my body, allowing me to suck in a breath. I shake off the initial feeling and open the door to see Callie sitting in the chair near the window. She speaks up first, words rushing out.
Cade, I know you don't believe, but I need to tell you something.
She starts, worrying her hands in her lap. I cut her off. Me first. She pauses and nods. You were right, I sigh, about Rosa White and about the pendulum. I won't tell you how I know, but I need your help.
I'm sorry. What?
A mix of confusion and what looks like anger plays across her face. I'm saying I believe you and I need your help, I tell her, trying to calm that anger before it bubbles over.
Heh. Wow. Just like that, huh?
She scoffs. Clearly I failed.
After years of you chastising me, judging me, and shitting on everything I know, you walk in here to tell me you believe like it's nothing? Like it's just another job?
Her voice is rising and I feel my own temper rearing to face it. The fuck is your problem? Isn't this what you wanted? I snap at her.
Yes! I want to help and I want you to listen, but you're acting like it's nothing.
She says, surging to her feet. So you're upset because I'm not reacting the way you think I should. You fucking serious, Callie? I groan, letting my head thunk against the wall.
This is huge. And you're acting like it's another fucking Tuesday.
She throws her hands up.
What the fuck, Cade? Be angry, cry, scream, do anything but dissociate and internalize everything. Fucking do something.
She grabs one of the throw pillows and chucks it at my chest. I catch it, drop it on the ground, and stand, crossing my arms. Yes, this is huge, but I can't afford to let myself slip. I accept what I know is true, and yes, Callie, I'm freaking out. It's crazy. This is crazy. But I'm in uncharted waters here, and I need to stay focused. I try to reason, and her face falls as she drops back into the chair.
I wish I could do that.
She whispers.
Just be strong all the time.
I bend a knee and gently take one of her hands in mine, dipping my head to meet her eyes. I'm not, Callie. I tell her honestly, my voice soft. I'm scared too. Scared of losing my baby sister. I don't care how much I lose myself in the process. I'll do all of it to keep you safe.
Why does it have to be this way? You're tearing yourself apart. I'm not worth it.
Not worth it. I look into her eyes, which are beginning to tear up. I remember how she never cried as a girl, how she was treated like a stranger in her own house by our parents, a fucking tool, a means to an end. I admit we weren't close as kids. I probably could have done more, but she always smiled when she saw me, and I always saw her as a helpless little girl who needed to be kept as far away from everything as she could be. I was glad our parents stayed away from her. I never understood why she always seemed so happy, but then again, I never knew her. Not really. But I see her now. She's seen things, fought for what she believes in, and tries every day. She's desperate for the attention that she deserves, and desperate to be understood. It's in this moment that I realize she and I are so much more alike than I ever realized. But she doesn't see her life as one worth fighting for. She was ready to die, and I forgot that. I choose my next words carefully, squeezing her hand to ensure I have her attention. You don't get to tell me what's worth it to me. That is my decision and mine alone. You deserve a life where you can feel it all. I want you to love endlessly, to fight and show up for yourself. You are not replaceable, and this is only the beginning of your story. I will always fight to give you the life that I know you deserve. Tears stream down her face as I pull her into a hug, a real hug. She needs this, and honestly, so do I. She hiccups then, swallowing back more tears.
You're right. But I don't know what I want, Cade.
She whispers into my chest.
I'm terrified. I hate that I feel so fucking helpless all the time. Like everything is just too much.
I hug her tighter and kiss the top of her head, resting my cheek there. I know. But you don't need to know everything right now. You'll know when it's time. I gently push her back to look at her face. You said you wanted to talk to me. Is everything okay? She pulls away fully and sits back down, wiping away the tears staining her face. She looks up at me with her dark brown eyes as if searching for the answer in my own. She hesitates when we both hear a knock on the bookshelf.
I...
She sighs, shaking her head.
Ignore that. Just the resident poltergeist.
I stifle a laugh. This is so fucking weird, but I know now that she is telling me the truth. Thanks for the heads up, I laugh. I noticed you and Jack were gone when I came back with Karma. Did you have fun? She stutters and I tilt my head at her, but before she can say anything, the door behind us slams shut and I jump. Eyes wide, I look back at Callie. Suddenly, I feel something hit me from behind, the sting causing me to bend over, holding the back of my head. Fuck! What the hell? I groan. Looking down, I see a book at my feet. I cock my head. The cover reads, Covenant Origins. I pick the old book up and skim the pages. I glance at Callie, who looks annoyed, arms folded over her chest. Is this the shit Jack was telling me about? I mumble, still rubbing the back of my head. She looks at me, rolling her eyes, huffing.
Yeah, you could say that.
Snatching the book from my hand, she places it on the large stack on the table next to her chair. Are you sure there isn't anything else going on, Callie? I ask her, my eyes drifting from the book back to meet hers.
I could ask you the same, Cade.
She says, cocking a brow with a serious face. I roll my eyes at her. I told you I would tell you anything you need to know. Let's just leave it at that, please. The please makes her eyebrow raise in surprise and she nods.
Fine.
She sighs.
What do you need from me?
I look at her for a long moment, knowing there is no soft way of putting this, but she has to know. It's the only way, if it's even possible. I need to find a way to kill a god.
Chapter 22. Callisto. What he's asking is impossible. The most we could do is banish the thing, but I'm not even capable of banishing whatever Alabaster is. It's wrong and twisted, but I don't even want to. And that scares me. I can feel my cheeks heating at the memory of Alabaster and me in the garden. I can't let him get to me. I want to tell Cade. I want to talk about everything. Okay, not everything. But it would be nice to talk about it, especially now that he actually believes me. But I can't put him at risk. I have no clue what Alabaster is actually capable of, but what he has already shown me proves that I can't test it. Too much has changed, for both Cade and me. Everything that has happened since the pendulum appeared gave us both shadows. My brother's a guardian angel. Mine? A demon. Both of us bound. Condemned to a fate we never asked for. My nightmares have become my reality. I just wasn't expecting him to be so beautiful. I've been in the library looking through the book that was oh so conveniently thrown at Cade's head. But it doesn't offer much information regarding the god itself. Karma is curled up on the sofa, keeping me company. My ancestor, Jonathan Halloway, founded the Covenant. How exactly he got the grimoire isn't specified, but family history does say that he called upon the god through a spell from its pages. It sure does sound like the grimoire may have the answers I need. I stand in front of my bedside table, staring at the top drawer where the grimoire has sat for days, untouched. Then I stop dead, reminding myself that I'm no longer alone. If I'm going to open that thing back up, I'll need to put up a barrier. I turn on my heel and scamper into the kitchen to grab the container of salt and race back to my room, carefully creating a circle in front of my bed, around myself and the old book. I take a deep breath and state my intentions clearly in my mind. I need to know about the Covenant's god. I'm carefully opening the book when Alabaster's voice booms from behind me. I jump, feet skidding, and break my salt circle, the book slamming closed as I pull my hands away.
You have no clue how to use that thing, do you?
He says in a wry tone, Karma in his arms and a smirk plastered on his too-perfect face. Can you not see that I'm busy? I say in a low-clipped tone, my annoyance obvious. And put my cat down.
Our cat.
He tuts, clutching her to his chest, and the traitor nuzzles in.
And I thought we were getting along so well.
He pouts. Karma, you're a traitor. I groan, tilting my head back. Ugh, go away, Alabaster.
I love that you keep pretending I'm not getting under your skin.
He purrs, taking a step closer and kicking at the useless line of salt. That is one thing you will not do. I smirk, sitting up straighter.
Want to bet?
He sets Karma down on the bed, stroking her chin before turning back to me.
Sorry, sweetie. Mommy and Daddy need to have a chat.
He looks almost predatory now. He stands to his full height, towering over me. He must be 7 feet tall. He doesn't even look real. His body shifts from a physical form into this mist-like substance as if he is only partially here. His golden eyes darken when his voice lowers to a growl.
Run, pretty girl.
The words seem to echo around the room. He takes another step towards me, and the realization hits just as my instincts catch up. I bolt out of the room, knowing there is nowhere I can go that he won't follow. I want him to chase me, so I run. Down the stairs and outside, I make a beeline for the trees surrounding the estate, my bare feet breaking twigs and sinking into the ground with each of my quickened steps. My lungs are burning at the point when I hear him laughing in the distance. It echoes all around me, his presence pressing in on all sides when I trip over a raised root. Fuck! I squeal as I crash to the ground, gripping my leg as I scream into the air. I look down to see my ankle is cut deep. The sensation is so overwhelming, my vision begins to blacken. I attempt to breathe through the pain. I try to calm myself, sending my power to heal the wound, but to no avail. It's too deep, and I can't focus. Tears burn my eyes, and I sit there silently crying to myself. When I notice black smoke creeping through the brush all around me, it nears my foot, then transforms into a gigantic pale hand, before an arm slowly appears, and then the rest of Alabaster's body.
Stay still,
He mumbles, voice surprisingly gentle. I push at him with as much strength as I have, which isn't much at this point. Get off of me, asshole! I say stubbornly, as if it's his fault I'm clumsy. He takes his other hand and leans me back against the tree behind me, not looking up from my ruined ankle. He holds me there in a gentle stronghold, his arms long enough that I'm unable to swing at him any further. Watching helplessly, he leans down and opens his mouth, and his tongue slowly begins licking the blood from my ankle. My stomach rolls from the pain and I hiss. What the fuck is wrong with you? He continues to hold me there pinned as his tongue makes its way to the deep gash. I cringe at the sight, my body jerking from the pain. Please stop. He removes his hand from my chest to cover my mouth, and all I can do is sit there and watch him bent down on his knees, his tongue tracing the curve of my ankle. I close my eyes tight, unable to watch any longer. When the pain begins to subside, I slowly peek down and see him, looking up at me with my blood covering his mouth. My wound is gone. He releases my ankle slowly, with an almost innocent look on his face, those golden eyes blinking at me. He healed me?
You need to be more careful,
He says as he leans over to kiss my ankle. I didn't know you could do that, I say, reaching for the spot he kissed.
There are many things I am capable of, pretty girl.
I shift on the unstable ground and lean toward him. I would love another lesson, I say, smirking.
I think I can manage that, if you're up to the task,
He says, kissing me softly at first, then crawling on top, grinding himself against me. I feel heat pool in my gut just as I hear Cade in the distance calling for me. Fuck! Alabaster glares in his general direction at the interruption and collapses back into smoke in my lap. I watch in horror as the smoke seeps into my skin and disappears.
Callie, Where the fuck are you? Answer me now.
Cade calls out, his voice rough with worry. What did you do to me? I ask in a desperate tone, speaking out loud. Then I hear a voice in my head as if it were my own thoughts.
Relax. I can't affect you the way I did your little friend.
Why can I hear you in my head? My voice is high with panic.
I told you I would get under your skin.
He says, sounding pleased with himself. Not literally. I think I'm going to be sick. This is what you did to Jack.
I can't hurt you like this. I'm not very good at possession. Definitely not skilled enough to possess a witch. Think of me more like a hitchhiker. Now stop talking to yourself before they think you've gone mad.
Haven't I, though? I say in a low tone. It's rhetorical. Of course I have. This is madness, all of it.
I like you crazy.
I roll my eyes and stand, anticipating pain. I wiggle my foot. Surprised. Thanks, I guess? Cade comes storming through the forest with rage in his eyes as I brush myself off. He grabs my shoulders.
Where the fuck have you been? Why didn't you respond? What the fuck, Callie?
He says through gritted teeth, shaking me slightly.
I had no idea what happened. We could hear you screaming from inside the house.
Quit yelling at me, I snap. I tripped. I'm fine. I'm sorry I made you worry.
What is going on with you? I can tell you're lying to me. I can't fucking help you if you don't speak up.
There's worry in his tone, and something inside me breaks. You can't help me if I do, I scream up at him, pulling free of his hands. Cade straightens, clearly surprised at my outburst. I continue with as calm a tone as I'm able to muster, despite my voice cracking. I will always be broken in my own way. You can't fix me, Cade. I take a deep breath in. Look, if I want to talk to you, I will. I have been putting everything I have into learning how to control my power. I finally feel like I'm getting somewhere. I'm sorry I scared you guys, but please, don't try to parent me right now.
Callie.
He starts, but I cut him off. No, I don't want your logic. I don't want you to try and solve my problems. I want you to see me, I say with strength. I'm more capable than you think. I slowly raise my hands, closing my eyes, as I will the wind to pick up. I imagine it circling around us, and it does. Fallen leaves begin to pick up and form a vortex around us.
You are magnificent.
The smile that meets my lips is more genuine than I have ever felt before. I did it.
Of course you did. Now open your eyes.
I open my eyes to meet my brother's, but he's looking up, taking it all in, with an expression I've never seen on his face before. Wonder. His face is in awe as I drop my hands, and the leaves float to the ground in a circle around us. He looks into my eyes as I speak again. I want to put my past behind me, Cade. I don't want you to see that scared little girl anymore. He stares at me for a long moment, recognition dawning on his face. I speak, looking away as my voice cracks. Please tell me you understand. He rushes over and wraps his arms around me, holding me to his chest, saying nothing. My confidence breaks. I can't hold back the tears, so I let them fall. My chest heaves as I let out all of the things I've been keeping from him without words. The fear, the confusion, the pain. We stand there for a while, arms around each other tightly as he lets me let it out, before finally speaking.
I don't know how you feel or what you're going through, and I'm sorry I didn't believe you.
He says it in a loving tone, but I can almost hear his mind whispering for me to please let him try. My brother has never been one to show his emotions. I almost don't know how to receive it. Right now, he's accepting mine, and that is enough to break through the mask I try so hard to keep on. I release him from the hug and step away, wiping at my face. I know you're trying, but so am I whisper, wrapping my arms around myself.
Why didn't you show me before?
he asks genuinely. I couldn't, but I've been practicing,
Clearly.
he says, half smiling as he scoffs. I look up at him and can't help but smile as I shake my head.
Come on, let's get home. Jack stayed back to wait in case you came home before me,
he says, gesturing towards the tree line. We exit the forest and head back to the house when I hear a voice in my head.
You handled that well.
I smile and speak under my breath. Thank you. Now can you get out of my head?
No, I don't think I will. I like it in here.
All right. Well, that has been today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know I did. I love you guys. I will see you guys on Sunday for another episode with me and my boy Michael. We'll be going over some videos and all that good stuff. And yeah, man. Hope you guys had are having a good week. All that good stuff. We'll get into the weekend. I'll see you guys on the Sunday show. Love you all. Peace.